Hey guys, just a short video. Uh, this is the behavioral panel wherein they are giving their analysis of the interview with Don Wells. Now, I understand going into the interview, they may have thought that he was guilty or expected him to confess to whatever, I'm not sure. But this was the analysis after the interview. So they had already come to their conclusion that he was innocent. So explain to me, if they had already come to the conclusion he was innocent, why are they discussing the fact that they were almost surprised he didn't confess? That makes no sense to me. Does anybody else have a clue? Listen to this video. Listen to this clip from their analysis, and you'll hear what I'm talking about. I'll see you on the next video, guys. Listen up.
That's where I'll stop there. Keep short. Chase, what do you got?
One thing, we're just talking about the we thing here. Don is, if we divide people into using three types of pronouns in their communication, we have people that use self pronouns, team pronouns, and then others in reference to other people. And Don uses a whole lot of team pronouns, even talking about the church. Our Sunday school, we like to do this, we like to do this. So always speaking about he and Candace as our, us, we, which I think is a pretty good sign for how he feels about his connection to her at the time that he was answering those questions. And right at the beginning of this clip here, you're going to see him close his eyes almost all the way for a minute to process this question and process the data. So he's really going through his mind. He is honest, I think, about trying to fly right. I think he's 100% honest. But what we don't know is his definition and his relationship to the words fly right, his relationship to the idea of what that means to him. There's this head nodding that we're seeing here is honest. There's comfortable cadence that he's loping here. He's on message. So this whether or not this is rehearsed does not make it deception. We can rehearse true things all day long. It's like our YouTube intros. They're truthful and very, very rehearsed. So, and he's shaking his head exactly at the point that he's discussing the denial of someone else. So I think this is on message, is truthful, and in an interrogation scenario, and maybe in a regular conversation, this may come in handy. But if someone tries to do this big redirection, I'm going to treat this like when he's backing up to talk about his sisters, I will treat that as a denial, and I will stop it using the same process. I'll put my hand up and say, Don, I know that's very important to you, and I promise we're going to get to that in just a minute, and go right back to what we were talking about. The reason I think, I can't speak for him, Scott and Greg did this, is because this is not an interrogation. He's not captive, and he can walk out of that room at any time, and they're not there to get a confession to a crime per se. They're there to collect data. And they're specifically there to collect a whole lot of data, as much as possible, that can be analyzed at a later date, like we're doing right now.
Yeah, I would have been impressed if we got a confession out of a guy in a Holiday Inn conference room.
Yeah, we knew that going in, too.
Yeah, that's all it was, guys. We knew there was little chance anybody was going to. Well, and we didn't know Don from Adam. I mean, we'd seen him on TV and that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. The fact that most people are not going to confess, I think Dr. Phil said people don't confess in a crowd, the same mindset, right?